Hello YouTube, it's Gadget Pilot again. In today's video, I'll try and make a tutorial on ATC. So today I'm going to be more specific on some callouts in ATC mode. Like for example, guys, because most of you guys are asking me questions on how to use ATC, and most of the people don't know how to use ATC properly with all the communications, for example, like approach, departure, and center controllers. Okay, let me just change my frequency to tower here and request my takeoff. Departing north.
San Diego
right,
99 Super.
like I said, guys, I'm gonna start showing you guys a simple way on how to use your ATC, and I want everyone to understand the point of this video today. Okay, so
line up and wait runway 09.
Let me line up and take off first, and then
line up and wait runway 09. Emirates 99 Super.
I will explain everything.
Emirates 99 Super, runway 09, cleared for takeoff.
Thank you.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 09, Emirates 99
Alright,
Super.
let me just go ahead and take off first.
San Diego Tower, Darren, ready for takeoff at runway 09, departing straight out. Lufthansa 340, request frequency change. Lufthansa 340, frequency change.
Alright guys, we are on our way up north to Ontario today again. Alright, I'm not going to pay much attention to the flight, as I want to give you guys the tips of ATC, like I said. Right, for example now guys, if there was ATC for departure, then the tower should transfer you to departure frequency a few seconds after taking off, and also the departure is used to handle departing aircrafts a few seconds, like I said, after takeoff. So and also they will get transferred up to 18,000 feet probably, if center is available to transfer from departure to center. Right, that's it for now. I'm just going to let my flight go on autopilot, and let's go ahead and see the approach handler, how and when does the approach get in contact with us, or when do we get in contact with them. The approach handles the incoming traffic to one or more airports. So now they just want to transfer me to center. Right, for center now, the center ATC handles en route traffic over long ranges at altitude above 18,000 feet. Doesn't matter, now I'm just at 14,000, and so I'm going really in a short flight. Right, now let's go to the most important call-outs that most of us have problems with and questions. Right, what is flight following? Flight following is the second block here, which if I press on it, you will see Ontario International and back down and VFR, which is free flight. First of all, for flight following, you should have a flight plan. So I have my flight plan until from San Diego down, up north to Ontario International Airport. So my flight plan is added in the flight following. Flight following is used for if the airports are not busy. For example, Ontario Airport is not busy, so I can use flight following. Flight following means that I could use it just to show the controllers my position and that I am with them, and also we use this flight. That means we don't need any help from the controllers. We can go to the airport using our own flight plan, and also we do not need to ask for descents or attitude changes, for example, or speed or anything like that. So this is very, like I said again, guys, sorry, you do not use flight following. You do not ask for flight following when an airport is busy, or when airspace is busy. We do not use this because the air traffic controller will change your location. If you have flights in front of you and your flight plan doesn't match with the route of different other aircrafts around you, then ATC will change your heading or altitude so you don't go hitting on other aircrafts. And also for VFR, guys, you cannot use VFR. We do not use VFR on commercial airlines, and also you can't use VFR when you are going to a busy airspace again. I hope you guys understood the point of flight following. Who's this?
Please contact Gillespie Field Tower on 120.7.
Okay.
November 815 Sierra Bravo. Descent and maintain
There's
flight
departure. They should have got me in departure here. So guys, I'm gonna ask for. Let's go back to ILS now. Let's go see what ILS. Right down back to his wings.
Requesting flight following to San Diego.
Request radar vectors, which is the third one in line. Okay, radar vectors is something you will ask any of the controllers if you would like them to guide you to your destination and keep you clear of all other traffic. As for flight following, a controller might deny the request and ask you to fly to your destination. With radar vectors, the controller might ask you to maintain certain altitude, and the controller will normally guide you to the heading that will take you straight to the airport, then will ask you to switch to tower, and then tower will then issue port and entry instructions. I hope that this was clear, guys. So to be much more specific, using radar vectors, you are asking ATC to guide you straight to the airport you asked, and this is mostly used if you don't know about terrain in front of you, you don't know if how to get to the airport, basically. Then you ask for radar vectors. and also again ATC will help you if they are not really busy. Okay, let's go to the ILS approach, which is the first one here. Okay, ILS approach. When you request for ILS approach, ATC will guide you from your current position to the ILS approach path at the destination airport. They will ensure a series of heading altitude changes to take you to a 30-degree intersection course for the localizer, typically below the glide scope. Once you are cleared for the ILX, make sure you maintain the assisted altitude, and once you are crossing the localizer, turn to inbound, join the glide scope, and follow the ILS down to the runway. You are responsible for making the last turn to the final. Then control will instruct you to turn to the heading of the runway. The controller cannot instruct you when you're near the airport to take the heading for the runway. So it's the pilot's responsibility once you are guided through to the ILS approach. Then it's our responsibility as pilots to get ourselves straightened up with the runway. Okay, I hope you guys understood this thing. What the point of these three callouts here for ATC. Okay, one thing, ILS approach. Once you're on final, or shortly before the approach, control will transfer you to the tower. When on tower frequency, make sure you specify that you are on the ILS for runway, for example, 16 right from your approach. So you need to tell tower about the runway you were instructed to use. Okay, well, this is basically it for these callouts, guys. I hope you guys understood this, the point of these callouts. There are a few more, but most of you are asking about the most important ones that you guys get mixed up with ILS approach, flight following, and radar vectors. The rest is okay. Yeah, so we are
Aero Mexico 12, you're in an active airspace.
guys, that's
Please
it.
contact South
So basically,
124.35.
I want you guys to keep in mind something here. I'll give you a few tips on what we just read now. Do not ask for ILS when you are too close to the airfield or too low. Okay? ATC will most likely ask you to turn outbound for an approach or ask you to contact tower directly. When approaching, speed is your responsibility. ATC might issue a speed command for traffic separation and flow, but if you come in at 250 knots on the 30-degree intersection course, you might have to hard time to not overshoot. The controller also might have difficulty vectoring airplanes that don't go normal approach speed. So approaching speeds, guys, is really important. What's going on here?
Contacting San Diego Center on
I don't know what they're doing, but anyway. Right, I'm just gonna ask for ILS approach now. No, I'm just gonna ask for flight following down to Ontario because it's not busy, so I want to use my flight plan down there. So this is what we read a few minutes ago, guys. So
turn right heading 210, November 554 Yankee Sierra.
request flight following to Ontario International.
Emirates 99 Super 6 nautical miles northwest of Camp Pendleton.
Right.
14,000
So,
feet.
yeah.
Flight following to Ontario
Let me give you a few
International.
tips. You guys can use this depending on your aircraft model and on your weight. Okay, proceed on course. That's the normal reply you would get when asking this flight following, guys. Proceed on course to Ontario International. That's a good course. If there's no air traffic in front of me that will cause problems, or is not that busy. If let's say there were planes around here with the same altitude as I, then normally ATC will ask me to either turn heading or descend, so I'm not in so we avoid a crash. Right, like I said, guys, few tips. Depending on your weight and on your aircraft model, when you are 10,000 feet, normal speed is 250 knots. When you descend down to 8,000 feet, then your speed should be 200 knots, and back down again to 6,000 feet, your speed should be 180 knots, and down to 4,000 feet, you should be 160 knots. When 400 and final approach speed, that's on your discretion, guys, depending on your aircraft and weight again. Okay. Right, guys, something else. Do not ask for altitude change permission if you are in flight following or VFR, which is free flight. This is really important, guys. Just keep these things in mind here. ATC might deny approach or radar vectors or requests depending on their workload. This is what I said before, guys. If they're too busy, they will deny helping you, guys. So do not do things on your own. Just respect that ATC are doing a really difficult job down there. So we have to respect. Okay. If you request an ILS at an airport that is outside of the controller sector, then they will ask you to fly on your own or transfer you to another frequency if available. Right. During peak times, ATC might send out messages like Portland approach is only accepted ILS approaches at this time. This means that other requests will be denied. Please do not send anything else besides ILS approaches to the airfield that is tied to do this approach. That means they are really busy and they only want you to help people with ILS approaches down to the ILS. Resume on navigation means that you are free to fly wherever heading and altitude you want. Do not send check-in messages if you haven't requested anything to the previous controller. So do not send, let's say I'm on the approach now and I want to join center, for example. I'm not gonna say check-in if approach did not ask me to join center. Alright, so check-in, when you send check-in message, that means you were sent from a previous controller to the controller you are on now. I hope that makes sense, guys. Okay. Be patient. Approach controllers can sometimes be overloaded. So this is what I said. Respect them. They are really busy. They're doing a hard job out there. So let's give them some time. They will get back to us as soon as possible. If the frequency is busy, please do not contact approach from too far away. They might not respond to you. Fly inbound and contact approach when you are about 70 to 100 nautical miles out of the arrival airfield. Okay. As with the other ATC use common sense. Do not jump the frequencies and act foolish and etc. guys. This is really important because we also get really pissed off when we're trying to play this game professionally and we have people just jumping over and overtaking us when we're taxing and are basically doing foolish things in the game, and the only thing they are getting is they just get on our nerves. Alright. Okay, when you are with an approach departure sensor control, do not change frequency unless instructed to do so by the controller, especially if you are being guided for an ILS approach. So this, guys, just keep this in mind, and everything. If you guys listen to what I just said and do follow these rules of ATC, trust me guys, your flight experience will be much better, and also will be way professional. But the thing is, you might be doing the thing right and others be doing things wrong. Doesn't matter guys, they will learn also one day. This is it from our video. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial on ATC. Please just give me a like if you did like this video, and also if you guys have any questions on whatever I said today, please just contact me or just write it down to the comment box, and I'll get in touch with you as soon as possible and explain everything as simple as I can. Thank you guys for watching this video. See you again later. Bye bye.